you please sign my petition? Hi there, would you like to sign my petition?
No way, you freaking pinko.
Shit, look, just sign the stupid petition. I've got stuff to do.
Hey there everyone, so this is going to be on both Phantom Celebi and Reddit Reads. I know that it may be marked down as kids content in the future if Coppa does go through, so I just want to say that this Coppa guidelines is unfair, not just to content creators, but to viewers as well, because content that is video gaming, educational, or arts and crafts will be considered kids content, no matter how you dispute it. The FTC has on their guidelines stated, even if a game is in fact for adults, it doesn't state whether or not that content will be considered for adults. So automatically you would have to mark your stuff as for kids. And not only will the content creator not be getting any money for their content, but the people who are watching it will be automatically flagged as a kid's account. Like, how is that fair that adults will be treated like children? It's incredibly disgusting, and it tells people that if you are into more calming and more, in-depth hobbies, that makes you automatically childish, which is crazy. I mean, why can't adults be into educational things? Why can't adults like video games? Why can't adults like toys? Why can't adults like learning a hobby? Seriously, this is the dumbest thing that has ever been written. They never put into consideration that in modern day, adults have many diverse hobbies, and putting that stuff as for kids is kind of messed up. I mean, I don't want to tell the FTC what to do. I mean, I know that they have the best intentions at heart. They don't want kids getting stuff that is, not for them. But the thing is because what they're doing, content creators are going to be forced to do more adult things on YouTube, which means there will be no children-friendly content. Kids will be learning things before they're supposed to. They're going to be cursing. They're going to be going out of their minds. They're not going to be able to watch gaming content anymore because people aren't going to want to play games anymore because they're not going to get paid for games. They're not going to get paid for arts and crafts. They're not going to be able to do anything on YouTube. And the truth is that means that kids, since they're still going to be watching YouTube because there's literally nothing on TV, but yeah, they'll be watching YouTube and they'll be hearing people cursing. They'll be seeing violence. They'll be seeing all this stuff that they wouldn't have been seeing if the Coppa guidelines weren't there. Basically, they're killing family-friendly content, which is wrong. It is wrong to do that. It gives kids no place that is good to go. So let me talk a little bit about basically targeted ads, which is what YouTube was, fined for. YouTube is run by the multi-million billion-dollar group Google. Google is a search engine that started, in California, and basically what their job is to help people find things that they need. Basically, the Google stuff itself, it runs all our Android phones, it runs the apps that we commonly use, and it does actually help people. And I mean, to a degree, is targeted ads really that bad? I don't think so. I mean, personally, you see those ads on everything you go to, and is it bad that the ads that come up on your thing are ads that appeal to you? I mean, personally, I don't get why so many parents got upset over these ads being out there. Why is it such a bad thing that your kid sees an ad for the new LOL doll? Why is it so bad that your kid sees an ad for something that they're into? I mean, if they are truly concerned about the ads that are out there, why not actually police what their kids watch? I mean, personally, I think that the point of this is not to target the kids or the content creators. Not even YouTube. I don't even think it's YouTube's fault. YouTube was only doing what they thought would be okay. Because the ads themselves aren't hurting anyone. They're just informing people of things that they may or may not like. And if you're really bothered by YouTube ads, get an ad blocker. Seriously, I mean, I know that that doesn't support the content creators, so if you want to support the content creators, go on ahead, let the ads go through. I mean, why would it really hurt somebody to see an ad? Like, at the end of the day, if you don't agree with the ads that your children are seeing, have them watch the YouTube Kids app. Like, I don't get why these parents don't seem to think about the fact that YouTube Kids actually exists. And the thing is that if Coppa does go through, a whole bunch of gaming content, craft content, and educational content will be put right under YouTube Kids. So obviously the crafters are going to be bothered by that, because not only does that, basically say that their hobby is childish, but it also puts kids at risk. Like, do you know that a lot of hobbies involve using sharp items and full-on dangerous things that kids should not be touching? And if the kids try to recreate these things, as kids, having these things marked as kids only, what will stop those kids from getting hurt? Seriously. Like, the fact is those type of hobbies aren't for kids. They're usually very in-depth, and they're very into trying to create something that is artistic. Why is an artistic hobby considered bad? And also with gaming, like, I play The Sims 4 on Phantom Celebi, and Phantom Celebi's channel is based on a game that is rated T. What's the point of game ratings for games if you're going to automatically assume that any game, no matter what the rating is for the game, is a child's game? Like, these guidelines are so incredibly vague, and they don't even put into consideration the fact that these things are not childish to the average everyday person. I mean, many millennials, such as myself and Gen Zers, are wondering what the heck is going on. We grew up on this stuff. We were perfectly fine with it. Up until this point, games and art and all of that wasn't considered childish. It was just considered, something to escape, because some people do actually enjoy having a little bit of an outward window, so to speak, from the regular everyday world. We deal with a lot modern day. We deal with issues with politics. We deal with global warming. We deal with tons of stuff that people just don't listen, don't care, and generally just don't want to listen about anything. And the truth is for our point of view to not be voiced and not be heard, and full on treated as if it's a childish thing to think about, is wrong. It takes away from our civil liberties, and not just in our country. The people who are being affected by this are going to be worldwide. So that means people in America, in Europe, in North America, South America, every single continent that Google is affected with is going to be affected by this. I mean, I don't get why this is such a hard thing for people to understand. And truth be told, the ads really shouldn't be the deciding factor on whether or not somebody is treated as a kid. What people are into are diverse, and just overall is based off of them. Some people watch video game content to relieve from anxiety disorders. Some people want to learn about their anxiety disorders, so educational things would be good for them. Some people deal with stress overall from their everyday work, so they listen to stories online, and they try to, get people who understand how they feel. And to be honest, I don't get why people want to just assume that if you're stressed out over normal stuff, that obviously there's something wrong with you. Basically, these tools will help adults. These tools will help kids. Why take away from the thing that makes YouTube good? That we are so diverse, that we have such a big community, and now just tell us that every single thing that we worked hard for is childish and wrong, and we need to just get over it and get real jobs and all that. It's not fair for anybody to be treated this way. It's not fair for kids to be treated this way either. Because if you think about it, policing every single thing that they do isn't going to allow them to fully grow up. I mean, if you're telling them that kids' content is no good for them, and that adult content is okay to be on YouTube, what is that telling them? It's telling them that kids don't matter. It's also telling adults that adults don't matter. So it's just crazy. No matter what, nobody's opinion matters, according to this guideline. So, at the end of the day, we need to stop it before it starts. All of this is going to go through in early December, so we need to talk to the FTC. I'm going to link below the website that the FTC is under, and you guys have to basically spam the heck out of them. Tell them, not rudely, just plain out tell them, we need to talk about the outdated guidelines for Coppa. Coppa has such vague and outdated guidelines that will affect not just children, but adults. So, try to explain some of the stuff that I was stating, that not only does it put kids in danger, but it puts adults as if they were going to be treated as children. So, overall, try to point that out. Try to point out that it's putting tons of content creators out of work, and full on try to be as polite as possible, because they are trying to help people. They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're just trying to help kids, which is their job. But, obviously they need help. They need people to tell them what is good, what is not good, and what is appropriate for the current day generation. So, we are going to help them out, okay? So, hopefully you guys will enjoy this and keep on fighting the good fight. Stop Coppa, okay? See you soon. Bye!